I could confidently say that your time is coming. Don't be so quick to give up. Keep on going. Know that you are worth it. Know that you are worth the wait. God thinks that you're worth the wait. God knows you're worth the wait, or else he wouldn't have crafted you to be this version of yourself that you are right now. Or else he wouldn't have crafted you to be using your gifts in such a way that is unique enough to reach a certain amount of people that it needs to reach a certain demographic of people that it needs to reach. God wouldn't have crafted you the way you are if he didn't believe that it would have been worth it in the end. And you have to just trust your walk. You gotta slow down, you gotta breathe. You have to know that you're enough. You have to know that whatever you are going through is going to be worth it. You have blessings waiting for you. Why would you give up now? Take some time to think about where you were at last year, this time, and then look at where you are at right now, here in this present moment. Because I guarantee you, even if you feel like you lost stuff, even if you feel like you have less, even if you feel like you went backwards, you are not the same, and you have gained wisdom and understanding in a deeper level. There's a deeper part of yourself that appreciates what you done went through. There's a deeper part of yourself that appreciates where you done came from, and doesn't want you to hate where you came from or to resent where you came from, because that would be like saying, there's a certain, that would be like saying how you got here doesn't matter. How you got here is like, no, how you got here is everything, because if it wasn't for them times, if it wasn't for your specific path, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be where you're at right now. You wouldn't have a clear vision of where you are headed. And it's important to keep that in mind. It's important to know that you are enough. It's important to know that you are doing what you were sent here to do. You are doing what you came here to do, regardless of if it feels like you are in this moment or not. Regardless if you're not exactly where you feel like you want to be at. Because I promise you, you're where you need to be at. God is a perfect God. God is an omnipresent God. God sees the whole picture. So you being not where you're supposed to be is like saying God don't know what he's doing. God knows what he's doing. You just have to be willing to step on the side of the Most High God. Know that you are being backed by God. Accept your armor. So you are walking down here with something higher than you, protecting and guiding and leading you. And just be all right. Be cool with where you're at. Slow down. Sit back and enjoy the ride. Because I know that there is way more out here for you waiting to experience your light, waiting to experience what you got to bring to the table. You're going to be in rooms that you never thought you were going to be in. If you were trying to be in them rooms right now, it might not go how it's supposed to go, because you might just not be ready for it. And that is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That just means that you have room to grow. That just means you have room to improve. We all do. You get what I'm saying? I don't care if you're 100 years old, you still got room to improve until you pass. Or else you wouldn't be here on this planet, or else you wouldn't still be on this planet learning, because we're all here learning. We're all here experiencing things, and it's a blessing, it's a gift. To be here as a human being and to be able to live life as a human being is nothing less than a gift. Tomorrow is the gift that's yet to come. The present moment is the gift that we need to learn to accept more as a collective. Like, I feel like most people are still too busy living in the future or living in the past, which means they're living too much in their head rather than living like out here, rather than just living presently, letting their soul express what it needs to express. Because wherever you are at, that's what your soul needed to express in this moment. Wherever you are at, that's where your soul wants to be at. When you wake up in the morning, your soul is waking you up. That's like your soul ain't done here. You still got stuff to experience. You accepting that and just relaxing, chilling out, stop trying to cling on to the idea of having to have control of everything. Stop clinging on to it so hard and let things be. Like, let time go by and just know that you are being backed by God. The more that you do that, you will see how much you've always been blessed throughout your life. How much you've always been taken care of throughout your life. There wasn't a single time where you were just not looked at by the Most High God. There's not a single time where you were walking down here and you weren't protected in some way, shape, or form. And I know that stuff happens, but that just teaches you lessons, and you can move accordingly, with what you have learned. That's why it's important to be present in every moment. That way you can apply what you have learned to this present moment and continue to build for your future self, rather than you keep falling into the same traps, you keep falling into the same temptations and things that you have fell for in the past that got you into pits, or that got you into, bad situations that could have been avoided if you just made more wise decisions. That's why we take on this wisdom. That's why we apply this wisdom that we learn to our lives presently to build on our future. Now, if we are not doing that, and we are not focused on God and not focused on the fact that we are down here learning, and this is a gift, then that's how we end up sabotaging our lives. That's how we end up self-sabotaging more and more, and we fall back into certain cycles and pits because we aren't applying what we learn in these seasons of our life. We're not present enough to be in this season of our life that we're in to apply them to our future self. And it's just important to be thankful. It's important to know that you are worth the wait. You got to be patient in this walk. You got to be understanding. You have to allow yourself to understand that stuff doesn't happen overnight, and that's a beautiful thing, because the journey is really where it's all at. And you will just see that over time you are going to be where you are at. You're going to be where you felt like you wanted to be at, and way past that. And you still going to be in your head thinking that you need more, you want more. That's why it's important to not focus so much on the end goal and focus on the journey, because you are constantly elevating, you're constantly growing, you're constantly evolving. So the more that you create this life for yourself and allow God to work in your life, give God the room needed to work in your life, meaning let go of a lot of these distractions, let go of a lot of these things that are taking you away from your purpose in your life. The more that you accept that and you walk in that, it's like everything just clears up. It's like now you moving in a whole different lens. You moving in a whole different light. It's like, at that point, it's like a roller coaster ride that's just you enjoying the whole ride, rather than feeling like you off course or off path. You are literally accepting your role as the passenger, and you allowing God to be the conductor. You're allowing the Most High to work, your Father. So, and don't be afraid to talk to God. Don't be afraid to make it known what you need from the Most High God, because He will provide. You just have to be at a level, you have to be discerning enough to see whenever God is providing for you, and to see whenever God is blessing you, because it's really all points of the day. You just have to be willing to accept the fact that God loves you, because a lot of the times people get confused with these blessings and they think that they're getting attacked, or they're thinking that they're just getting stuff taken away from them, when in reality they're getting blessed, they're getting purged, they're getting what they need in order to grow past these certain things, past these certain limitations that they done set for themselves. And that's just the doors to a whole brand spanking new experience in life for you, is whenever you are accepting that you are more than just here. You're worth more than just here. You have what it takes to be great. You have what it takes to be the best version of you. That's just a stepping stone. After that, you could just continue to walk, expand, express yourself the way you want to express yourself, whatever that looks like for you. Just be yourself. But it's been your boy Bo. I love y'all. If you resonated with anything I said in this video, feel free to join the family by clicking that subscribe button down below. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep growing. Your boy just makes vids like this, speaking his truth. They help me out, and I pray that they continue to help other people out. But make sure y'all are taking care of yourself. Drink y'all's water, eat y'all's fruits and veggies. And I shall see y'all when I see y'all, which will be in the next one. Peace.